Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kat. So I am excited to bring to you another reading vlog, and this is a reading vlog that I am anticipating, but I'm also really sad about. For this reading vlog, I'm gonna be reading The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, and this is the final book in Mistborn Era 1 trilogy. I have mentioned how much I love Mistborn. I truly love the first two books. It has my heart. I gave them both 5-star ratings and I truly love them. So to get to the final book is bittersweet. I am so excited to read this and read the conclusion to this trilogy, but at the same time, I don't. Like, I've probably read 3 books between this one and Well of Ascension because I kept pushing it off, but I figured I can't do it anymore because I really want to read it. I just got out of the shower, so my hair's like really wet, and if you see my eyes, they're red, and that's because I take like the hottest freaking showers, so my eyes are red from all the heat and the steam, in case you see my eyes are red and you're like, what the hell is she on? I don't know how quickly I'll be reading this, only because I am writing a fantasy novel of my own, and it's something I'm so excited about. It's like a passion project of mine, and I've been spending a lot of my time just writing, and it's so exciting to get back into that feel of writing again. I've been writing since, I don't know, 2nd grade, I think, and I haven't really written consistently for the past 5+ years, like when I was in college and stuff. I wrote when I was in college, but not consistently. I'd start things but not finish them, but this time I want to like commit to finishing a draft. And anyways, that aside, I am so happy to be back in this world again. I love being with all these characters. Right now I'm on page 108, and there are some things that happen at the end of the Well of Ascension, and we're just picking back up from there. And now Vin, Ellen, and the rest of the crew have a new evil they have to face, and just the aftermath of releasing that evil. It's very depressing and dark and gloomy right now. That's like the tone and atmosphere of the book, because everyone is just like trying to figure out what the heck to do, but it's still good, and I love the characters, and I love being here. So I think the book is about 750 plus pages or something. That's fine with me. I'm gonna take my time with it. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm just gonna enjoy and savor this. The Mistborn books always bring me back into my reading groove. So right now I'm in my reading groove, but I'm also in my writing groove. Today is April 25th, and I might read some tonight. I don't know for sure tomorrow, but I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Today is Monday, April 29th, and I am on page, I believe, 154. Of Hero of Ages. So far, it's a slow start, and I think it's because right now the characters are facing a greater evil, and the world they're in is basically falling apart and breaking apart. So they're here trying to figure out what the heck do we do, and they're all trying to deal with their emotions and all the losses that they had to experience in the second book. So right now everybody's kind of going through their feels and their emotions and trying to strategize and trying to figure out what to do, because this new evil that they're facing, no one's faced it before. That's kind of where I am right now. I'm still reading, and again, I'm slowly making my way through it, but it is a bit of a slow start right now. But knowing Brandon Sanderson, it's gonna pick up. It's gonna pick up. So I'm excited to get to that point. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is Thursday, May 2nd, and I am on page 210 of The Hero of Ages. Just kind of like a brief update of what's going on. Again, it's been a bit of a slow start because everyone's lost, trying to figure out what to do, scrambling for ideas. But Vin, like the smart woman she is, she's figuring things out. She is making these conclusions about the evil that they're facing. She is literally, I feel like she's the only one who's doing a lot of thinking about the evil that they're facing, called ruin. And she's the only one who wants to try to find a way to get rid of it, to end this evil and end the torment that people are dealing with. Right now, I'm huge Team Vin because I feel like she's the only one who's using her big brain right now. No offense to the other people. They're still going through grief and loss and other, emotional things, but Vin's like on her toes. This woman, she is spinning the gears in her brain, and I love it. I love seeing it. I love seeing like main characters who are plotting and planning and calculating and figuring things out. They're not letting a bad situation stop them. Even when they're dealing with their own emotions and feelings, they're still trying to find a way to end the bad situation. So I feel like that's what Vin is doing, and I love it. One problem I do have, and this is a spoiler, so I'm gonna put the spoiler stamp somewhere here. At the end of book 2, Ellen becomes a Mistborn. He ingests a bead of metal and he becomes a Mistborn. And because the source of this metal was from the well, he's more powerful than Vin as a Mistborn. And for some reason that just doesn't sit well with me, because I feel like Vin has learned so much. She's gone through so much trial and error. She's been hurt, and that's what made her stronger as a Mistborn. She had to figure out her abilities herself, and she's very highly skilled. And suddenly Ellen becomes a Mistborn, and now he's more powerful than Vin. It just, I don't know, it's weird, and I don't really like that. And that, again, like I said, it's going slowly. There's still a lot to get through, and I'm sure there's going to be more revelations, more secrets being revealed. That's just an update for now, and I will see you guys next clip. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm just updating my read of The Hero of Ages. So currently, I am on page 340, and y'all, it's slow. It's slow. I'm waiting for all the action. I'm waiting for all the revelations. Everything that I loved about book 2, The Well of Ascension, I'm waiting for that to happen in this book, but it's just not there yet. I'm just kind of trudging along. Please tell me it gets better. Please tell me it gets better. Like, I just need the action. Like, where is Vin using her powers and battling people? Where is Ellen? Like, where are these people? Like, I just feel like it's so slow, and I hate to say that, but it is. So I'm gonna have a quick spoilery rant, and I'll have the spoiler sticker down here, stamped down here. One thing I do like, and I think is really cute, is that Vin and Ellen are now married. So just kind of seeing them like flying and, you know, doing their Mistborn elemency stuff together is so cool and so fun, because they're doing it together as husband and wife. So I think that's really adorable. Some things that I just don't like is the fact that we are focusing on Spook, who again was like a minor character in the first 2 books, but now he's like, he has allomancy, because Kelsier Spirit is guiding him and guiding him to ingesting a metal, and now he has allomancy. So now we have Kelsier guiding Spook, and Spook is an allomancer, and suddenly we're getting so many scenes of him and from his point of view, and I just, honestly, I don't care. Like, why is he suddenly a major character? I won't know, of course. I'm just on page 300, and there's like 700 pages in this freaking book, but I don't really care. Okay, and then we have Sazed, and honestly, I liked Sazed in the first 2 books, but now he's just sad. He's just sad and miserable, and it's like, oh my god, like, all these characters that I really liked, I just feel like they're just kind of on this weird, slow-paced trajectory, and I'm sure it's going somewhere. I don't know where, but right now my reading experience with it has been pretty slow. Hopefully it gets better. Pray for me, guys. Hopefully it gets better. I miss the action that I got from the first 2 books, especially the second book. Hopefully we come to some more action-packed scenes soon. I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is Thursday, May 9th, and I'm here to update on my current read-through of The Hero of Ages. So right now I am clocked in at page 550, and holy crap. You know how in the previous clips I said that it's going really slow, and I just don't care about a lot of these characters' POVs, and that nothing is happening and it's so slow, and I want to shoot myself in the foot. Things started to pick up on around page 400, 420, and then the minute we got into the 500s, I don't even know what to say. It is so good. Oh my goodness. And the fact that I have about 200 more pages to go, like, what else is gonna happen? It is amazing what Brandon Sanderson is doing, and the little seeds he would plant in the beginning, and how he weaves and crafts all these little details into the story. No wonder in the beginning I thought all of this is boring, like, oh my god, I just don't care, only for these big reveals to happen. And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't that, wait, you just kind of flip through the pages back to the beginning and you're like, what? And you're adding things together. Just a little bit of a spoilery discussion here. I'm gonna have the spoiler stamp, so if you have not read it, don't spoil it for yourself. I know in the previous clips I talked about Spook being a character who I don't care about, whose POV I don't care about, and I don't understand why he's having to play this larger role. Well, I kind of sort of get it now, and you know what? I admire Spook. I admire his character and his growth. I thought he was being guided by Kelsier's spirit, but he was being manipulated by Ruin this whole time. I had a feeling he was being manipulated by Ruin, but I kind of dismissed it because him being manipulated or guided by Kelsier just seems so real. I thought he was being guided, but he was being manipulated. And when we got to that point in the story, I was like, jaw dropping on the floor, shocked. I honestly love Ruin as an antagonist because, I don't know, he's just such a cool villain. And the conversations he has with Vin, he appears as Vin's brother Reen, and then their dialogue and their conversation is just so fascinating. And what I love the most is how Vin is actually picking him apart. She's learning things about him just through simple dialogue with him, and she's figuring things out. Like, this young woman, she's a smart one. I really like how Brandon Sanderson designed her character and how she's performing throughout the story and how she's growing. Like, I love it. So her dialogue with Ruin is probably my favorite parts of the book because through her we get to also learn more about him. Right now, Vin is captured by Yeoman, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who is the current ruler of the Fadric City. And Ellen is out here trying to save his wife, and I think it's just so adorable. Like, this guy is going through it, okay? He is going through a struggle, mainly a mental struggle. He, this whole time, assumed that he didn't have to worry about Vin because Vin can take care of herself. She can get herself out of any situation. But now he's wondering if this time around, if that's going to happen. What if she's actually not able to find a way out? What if she's dead? He's taking matters into his own hands, and he is out there rescuing his girl. Seeing how things were in the first book, the first Mistborn book, and seeing how things are now in Hero of Ages, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I have 200 more pages to go. I almost feel like I might finish it tonight, only because I'm so invested, and I'm just and I know that from this moment in the book, page 550 and onwards, it's going to be action. It's going to be craziness. It's not going to stop. I'm like in a high-speed car chase or something. Like, it's going to be insane. So I'm ready for it. I'm scared because I don't want it to end, but I am ready for it. And I'm ready for my heart to break because I have a feeling. I feel like something big is going to happen. I don't know why. I don't know what Brandon Sanderson's setting up for, but whatever it is, it's going to hurt me. I just have a feeling. So I'll get my tissue box ready. If you haven't read Mistborn, please, this is really just an amazing series so far. Again, I have 200 more pages to go. I haven't even finished, but I can, with all my heart, recommend this series. It's not heavy on the romance, so if you love romance, you may not find the biggest payoff in this trilogy, but I promise that everything else about these 3 books shine through. Brandon Sanderson created beautiful, amazing characters, and he developed them so well from the first book to the 3rd book, and just how he laid out the world and how he executed his plans and how he had all these little twists and these details and all these little things weaved into the story. It will all shine through. I love the light romance, honestly. It doesn't need to be heavy romance. For me, the characters and the world building play the biggest role, and those two aspects of the story is what I'm having the most fun with. If you love world building, character growth, if you love big twists and reveals, then you're going to enjoy this. We are now nearing the end, and I am devastated. It feels very bittersweet, but I will see you guys in the next clip. Hi guys, welcome back. Today is Friday, May 10th. And I have finally finished Hero of Ages. I finished it last night. There's a lot of thoughts. There's a lot that I have to say. First and foremost, I was going back and forth between giving it a 4.5 star or a 5 star. I just wanted to rate it based off of the whole experience that I've had, and I think that 4.5 reflects my experience the most. But the ending alone, the last 300 pages, deserves like five stars. This book was truly a magnificent roller coaster ride. Like, Brandon freaking Sanderson, let me tell you, this guy, the way he just weaves details in from the very first book and then expands on it in this book is amazing. Truly brilliant writing. I am so happy that I went on this journey and I got to see these characters grow and this plot develop and unravel. It was truly magnificent. So I have all these notes that I took at work today, just kind of reflecting on how I feel about the book. So I'm just going to kind of go over it, and some of it is spoilery, so once I get to the spoilery bits, then I will have the spoiler stamp ready. The last 300 pages was really where the book shined for me. That's when the action picked up, the pacing picked up, everything was just go, 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 and it was an insane roller coaster of a ride. The first 400 pages, however, felt very slow to me. It just felt very drawn out. Like, there was a lot of politics going on. And normally I don't mind politics, but I just feel like that's all it was. And there wasn't a lot of forward motion. So I just felt like I was lost in the politics of stuff. There's just a lot of long, drawn out monologues too. It's repetitive monologues, like monologues that we've read about in the second book, and now it's just being repeated throughout this book too. So I just felt like those things made the beginning very slow. I get it, it's a setup for the big reveals at the end, but it just felt longer than needed. I did find myself skimming through some of the characters' POVs in the beginning, but thankfully those characters ended up playing a larger role later in the story. Things that we learn in the last 300 pages, like that are revealed, the secrets that are revealed, are things that were introduced in the first two books, but just expanded on and explained more in the last book. I did love and enjoy how everything tied up at the end and how the world building came together. I think Brandon Sanderson did a wonderful job putting like a nice pretty bow at the end of this trilogy. I love the characters, I love their development, I love their growth and their journey throughout the first three books. I will with all my heart miss them because I felt like I was there with them from the very first book where they tried to overtake the Lord Ruler and then just everything that followed. They really were the highlight of the story. Now, as much as I enjoyed the ending, it did leave me a little bit unsatisfied, and this is where things are going to enter spoiler territory, so I will have the spoiler stamp. Before I get into the things that left me a little unsatisfied, I did want to mention that the part in the story where we learn about Vin's earring, okay, the earring that her mom gave her when she was younger, the earring that Ruin used to influence Vin. Oh my god, because the earring resembled like a hemalurgic spike. Oh my god, that was insane. Learning that Ruin used Vin's earring to influence her throughout her life, that was absolutely insane, but also absolutely genius. Now on to things that I didn't like. Sazed being the hero of ages. Now I get it. It does make sense for him to be the hero of ages. However, it's just kind of weird that he is the hero of ages. I'm not saying he didn't do anything throughout the books and whatnot, but it's just weird. It's weird for him to take on Preservation Ruin's powers. It's not right or wrong, it just feels odd that it's him. In my mind, Vin makes the most sense to be the hero of ages, but it didn't play out like that. The second thing that really kind of got to me and left me a little satisfied was Vin's death. Ellen's death made sense. Honestly, it was still shocking, but how he died did not surprise me, if that makes sense. For some reason, him being beheaded made the most sense. Vin's death, however, just felt very rushed and forced to me. She basically had to die that way in order to get rid of Ruin. However, I still feel like her death was rushed because it felt like, oh, Ellen died and now Vin has to die. In the beginning, we are introduced to the world in a very dark and dreary way. There's ash falling from the skies, there's volcanoes erupting, the skies are red. They don't know what any other color looks like. They don't know flowers, they don't know plants. They never could imagine what the world was before because they didn't live it. Once we get to the ending, the survivors come out of the caves and they see this whole new world with lush green grass and blue skies and plants and flowers and beauty, and it's just so strange to them because they never experienced this. So that was really cool to see them experiencing what the world really truly is like before the Lord Ruler took over. The most emotional scene was when Spook found Vin and Ellen's body. This was again after the survivors come out of their caves and they're experiencing this whole new world. Spook finds Vin and Ellen's body in the middle of the field surrounded by these flowers, and it was just so beautiful because they were like holding each other's hands, and Seiza tried to bring Vin and Ellen back to life, however he couldn't, but he did speak with their souls and they are happy and they finally found rest. And that line, that they finally found rest, really got to me because it made me reflect on Vin and Ellen's whole adventure and just everything they've been through from the first book, everything they had to endure, all their struggles, and now finally they're at peace and they get to rest, knowing that the world is in good hands. In the end, I feel very bittersweet. I'm happy that it ended peacefully, but I will miss these characters tremendously. I am ready to read Era 2. However, I think I need to take an extended break before I dive back into this world. Era 2 will have to wait. I am experiencing a book hangover. I don't know what to read next. I don't know what to follow up with. I might have to take a few days break just to get myself together and just focus on my own writing too. Ever since I started reading this book, I have not been writing and I need to write, so I might just get back into that. It's been a very emotional day because not only did I come to the conclusion of one of my favorite trilogies, but today was my last therapy session with my therapist, and it was very, very bittersweet as well. So my therapist and I are parting ways because she is moving on, and she was my first therapist ever. I started therapy in January of this year, and it has been the most amazing thing that I have ever done for myself. It was truly profound and beautiful. And I think for now, I will not pursue therapy with another therapist, only because I want to basically take the training wheels off. I want to take what I learned in therapy, apply it to my life, and kind of take my life back in my hands, essentially, is what I want to do. I'm at peace with a lot of things. We have come to the end of this wonderful trilogy, and I've had the absolute best time. Truly am happy I started my Brandon Sanderson journey. Truly am happy I started with the Mistborn books. This is one of my favorite trilogies ever. I've had such a spectacular time with this, and I will never forget my time with this series and these characters. If you have not read this trilogy and you just want to experience Brandon Sanderson's writing or get into the Cosmere world, oh my god, there's a bug. Flick! Oh my god. Ugh, it's one of those that jump. Oh god, I hate those. If you want to experience the Cosmere world, if you want to get into it, or even get into fantasy, I recommend this series. I think this is a great gateway into fantasy, into Cosmere, and into Brandon Sanderson's books. My Mistborn Era 1 journey has come to an end, and so has this reading vlog. I hope you guys had a great time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have, thank you so much for following me on my Mistborn Era 1 journey. If you've read this trilogy, please let me know how it goes. Talk to you soon. Bye.